Oh no, Uzi King, I don't trust Maple. Maple's totally the villain. Later, at the police station. And yes, they are from the FBI. Good news, Chief. Pavlov has been cured. It took a bit, but he's successfully been dehypnotized. Great work, Morty. Was he able to recognize the dogs he met with when we showed him the photos? We showed him an array of pictures of some of the most high-profile crooks in Cat Town, and he picked Chance and Pepper without skipping a beat. Well, there we go. Those two again? Really shouldn't be surprised by now. This only confirms what I suspected. Snowball and his partners in crime are planning something big. Pavlov, Marmalade, Fluffy, the Ruby, the fake cult. All of these things are linked somehow. What's the next step for you both? Found a blueprint and are trying to understand exactly what it's a blueprint for. It's a giant laser pointer. Pixel is still studying it, but I think he's making steady progress. Understood. For now, I'll get back to Pavlov. Good luck, you guys. Lunch. Oh, no worries, Magic Man, no worries. And you enjoy your lunch. Any progress with the blueprint? Yeah, Pavlov was exactly right. It is a laser device. First one of its kind I've ever seen. Beautiful design, powered by a jewel. Notably, a laser's power is determined by the size of the jewel. The larger the jewel, the more powerful the laser. Okay, so pretend the jewel is a ruby the size of a wool ball. What then? The laser would be incredibly, incredibly strong, assuming you've got a powerful enough emitter. I understand, but I don't think Waffles understands. Can you explain so he can understand? Oh my god, Patches. So, let's say the emitter is the diameter of a pen. In that case, it would be bottleneck for any jewel larger than that diameter, basically choking how much power it could get through. But in our case, for the device to operate at full power, we're looking at an emitter much larger than a pen? Oh yeah, more like a cannon, I'd say. This is going to be a catastrophe. The entire city is going to burn. Maybe not. The original designs for the laser indicate it won't burn or pierce. Box Furniture just used it for scanning stuff. It's a laser pointer. But the notes around the perimeter of, but the notes around the perimeter of the blueprint indicate someone was trying to figure out how to amplify the laser to dangerous levels. But no way to know if they succeeded. Uh-huh. That's what I'm thinking, Raiko. That is what I'm thinking. Don't tell anyone, but since this is an emergency, I hacked Box Furniture's servers. That definitely breaks like 1,000 different protocols. Really wish you hadn't done that, but I guess the ends justifies the means. You find anything of note? Only 2 cats know about the project, Fluffy and Marmalade. And they're both dead now. Snowball thought of everything. The scanner. That's what Marmalade was talking about. He knew his life was in danger. Oh, Waffles, you just revealed that you were there when he died. Well, the deadly laser pointer. Will your cat be next? Tune in next time to find out. No. No, tune in next time. We're going to try and beat this today. Wait, what? You talked to Marmalade? No, sorry. Just confused about something. Anything else, Pixel? The server files say they experimented with a laser in their warehouse, but things went really wrong. Details are already scrubbed, though. It's all confidential material. Ah, too bad. But there is some good news. Maybe. I can assemble a small device to plant near the emitter. It'll jam the laser. Are you sure you can do it? Time is crucial. How soon do you need it? Hard to say. Waffles, when would you expect them to use the laser? As soon as possible is the safest guess. They probably already know we found Pavlov in the blueprint, and they've already killed the only 2 loose ends. Let's assume the next big event in Cat Town could be a target. Wouldn't that be something with the election? Oh yeah, it's the debate. There are posters all over town. I bet you're right, Spotty. Forget all about that for a second. But when exactly? The debate, guys. It's tomorrow. Am I the only one here who pays attention to politics? That's it. There's our answer. We've had the blueprints for a long time, so we should assume the laser is ready and that they've got no reason to wait. Pixel, can you get your jamming device ready by tomorrow? Am I getting paid for the overtime? What? Really? Fine, yes, get it done. I'll start right away. Good luck. See you tomorrow. Alright! Progress! Before we go, I want to say something to you, Waffles. I should have trusted you. All the stories you told, as far-fetched as they were, I shouldn't have doubted what you went through. You're the best inspector on the force, and you've never let me or anyone else down before. Don't even worry about it, Chief. This whole thing is bigger than any of us expected, and we all fell for the ruse. How do you feel about tomorrow? It all depends on Pixel now, but I believe in him, even if most of his creations fail. Remember when he wanted to create a time machine? That was fun. He really thought he could travel through time. Too bad for him, he's stuck here with us. And for now, we should all get some rest. If we're right, tomorrow's going to be a tough day. Good night, Chief. I feel like we're coming towards an ending here. The Daily Roar. The biggest ruby in town has been stolen. The debate is today. And that achievement was Curiosity Killed the Cat, by the way. Chapter 5. Like Cats and Dogs. Have you heard about Fluffy's death? Such a tragedy. Of course. We were in the same kindergarten class, friends since that day. Very sorry to hear that. It's okay, thanks. As sad as it was, it's been a great help to my campaign. Ever since the news broke, my poll numbers have been through the roof. I wonder if Cookie's the villain here. It's a cynical take, but I have to admit I understand it well. The heist from yesterday has had the same effect. Citizens feel less secure in their homes now. Yes, I assumed that would be the case when I heard what happened. A stroke of fortune indeed. Haha, yes. Anyway, best of luck in the debate. May the best candidate win. The less dull candidate, you mean? Ooh, good one. You are right, sir. He's way too agreeable. It seems they're done with us for rehearsal. I'll be on my way. See you later, Maple. See you later, Cookie. Huh. And yeah, kindergarten. Meanwhile... Inspector? Sorry to wake you, Inspector, but we need to check out the area where the debate is taking place. And Patches is waiting for us downstairs in reception. Okay. I'm up now. Mind if I ask you something? Sure, go ahead. Why do you sleep here? Don't you have an apartment or something? Uh-oh. I'm pretty sure that's intentional, Running Paw. I'm pretty sure that's intentional. Yeah, I do. So why sleep here? I know cats can sleep anywhere, but even for a cat, this desk looks uncomfortable. Because I can't get to sleep at my place. My bed is comfy. Aw, but anytime I close my eyes, it's just nightmares and bad memories. Never get any sleep when I stay there. The spa is at least an improvement over that, so I spend my nights here. Ah, well, I appreciate you telling me the truth. Yeah, you bet. Now let's get a move on. We've got bad guys to catch. Just hope Pixel has had enough time to finish his contraption. Alright. Onwards! Oh! Waffles! I was coming to find you. What's up? I just finished the jamming device. Here you go. Right, excellent. How does it work exactly? I made it easy for you. Push the red button. Give it a second for the program to load itself, and it'll be ready to go. Yeah, Waffles has had it rough. I completely agree with that. And he definitely has PTSD. I mean, he saw his partner shoved off of a roof. Of course he has PTSD. Most law enforcement does, let's be honest. Well, first responders. Alright, what do I need to plug this into? Nothing at all. It's got a Bio-K9 chipset. It only needs to be in proximity to the laser, not hardwired into anything. Why do I think that's supposed to be Bluetooth chipset? This is really impressive. Anything else I need to know? Well, it is not fully tested. I didn't have enough time for that, but I am confident it'll work as it should. Here's hoping. I guess we don't have any other options. And if it doesn't? Yes. Try to create a short circuit. That always works. You probably need a screwdriver for that. You never know. Get one from Patches. You still got one of mine. Perfect. Thanks, Pixel. Know where I can find him? Waiting for you at reception. It's time for me to get some shut-eye. Best of luck, Inspector. Yeah, and it wasn't even a good Bluetooth pun. Was not even a good Bluetooth pun. Oh, you didn't miss much, Sky. Just backstory. And why Waffles sleeps in his office. Oh, reception. But yeah, that wasn't even a good Bluetooth pun. Finally, are you two ready to go? Did Pixel drop off the jammer? Yep, I got it with me. What's the plan from here? Go for wolf tooth? Oh, that would have been good too. Some hydration. You and Spotty will circle the building looking for anything suspicious. Hopefully you'll get lucky and spot the laser. Peanut, myself, and the rest of the force will be inside, protecting everyone from the laser should it activate. We'll approach the building from different routes to attract as little attention as possible. I think we've got a solid plan then. Spotty, you ready? All set? Before we leave, Pixel told me you had a screwdriver that I'll need for the laser. Oh, right. I forgot to give it back to him. Don't think I'll be opening any more grates for a while, so it's all yours. Thanks. We're on our way. Good luck to both of you. All right. Hey, do you remember the first time we drove this road together? It might be a sonic screwdriver. It might be. Also, I love the names in the background if you can catch them while we're driving. We've got the Red Lion and Comb As You Are for the barber shop. Huh, yeah, of course. It was just a couple of days ago. I need to get something off my fur coat. I was so excited to be working with you. I did a poor job of sniffing. My job performance wasn't up to snuff. I'm sorry for that. For costing you valuable time on the case. It won't happen again. Oh, Spotty, you are so precious. Don't worry about it. Just look at what I did with that fake cult nonsense and making a fool of myself in front of Patches. But you kept believing in me. We kept our noses down, trusted our animal instincts, and proved everyone wrong. Mistakes are part of the job. Can't expect to be perfect all the time. In the end, you've proven yourself. You've made a stubborn cat like me change my mind about how valuable sniffing to an investigation. Inspector, that means so much. You're one of the nicest cats I've ever met. Ah, forget it. No biggie. Time to focus on the investigation. Almost there. And if that nose of yours picks up anything unique, let me know. Nirvana. Heck yeah, Nirvana. Meatballs! It's 3 days. Oh, nice, Sky. Nice. Well, if you need anything for your island, let Crafty know. I have all of the things. And if you want flowers, come and get them. Alright, Meatballs. Hello? Chance. What's taking you so long, my friend? You've already started without you. What? Your car had a blowout on to drive here? How is this possible? You were supposed to be the luckiest dog in the world. A flat tire? But how can that be? That is the opposite of lucky. Oh, gotcha, Sky, gotcha. Yeah, unfortunately, it does. It does. Okay, understood, my friend. The boss will not be happy that you're late, but I'll let him know. You soon? Like... Now I have a nervous feeling in the pit of my stomach. No more Lucky Charm. The smell is coming from this direction. Wait, whose voice is that? That scent. That's how you smell when you came back to Maple's Market from the cave system, like tobacco, but worse. Uh-oh. Smell stops here, right in front of that gentle cat. That is no gentle cat. Good to see you again, Waffles. Hey. Meatballs. What brings you here? That is none of your business, little cat. By the way, did you enjoy our performance in the cave? To be honest, the production quality was pretty good. I actually fell for it. It was fun setting yous up, my friend. I enjoyed the small talk, really. But you mind if we get inside? I see it's just the two of yous. Yep, just us. No, my friends. Is he needing a warrant, Inspector? No. He knows we can't beat him in a fight. He's probably armed, too. That is correct, little cat. We do not want our cordial meeting to get messy. Do not think I forgot about how I used to bully you in kindergarten. I don't like him, Inspector. Neither do I, Spotty. I don't like him either, Spotty. He used to absolutely terrorize me when I was a kitten. I guess we need to call for backup? No can do. They're all guarding the debate arena, but I have another idea. If I remember back when we were in school, the only person who could get Meatballs to stop picking on everybody was his mom. We were all afraid of her, but Meatballs even more than us. We just need to find a way to contact her. And you think this is the easiest way into the building? Either this or we put our paws up. You want to fight him? Not really. I'm a sniffer dog. I was trained to smell, not to fight. We gotta do what we gotta do. Okay. Why do I have a feeling that I'm supposed to call my mom to get a hold of his mom? This is probably wrong, but I'm curious. Ring ring. Come on, Mom. Hello? Hi, Mom. It's me. My little Waffles. How are you doing, sweetie? I'm fine, Mom. Just wanted to ask you about something. Did you ever wash blah blah blah? Yes, we know we didn't wash the jacket. You helped me on my case. I bet you she knows how to get a hold of his mom. Of course, sweetie. You remember that cat Meatballs from when I was young? Oh yes, I think so, dear. Isn't that the kitten who always wanted to pick on you? One and the same, but now he's not a kitten. He's threatening to punch me with his ginormous paws. I'm scared, Mommy. What should I do? No one bullies my Waffles around. I think I got his mom's phone number. I knew it! I knew it! I think I've got his mom's phone number around here somewhere. Ah, here it is, dear. I'll take care of this. Oh, we're sicking Mom after him. Oh, I knew it! Anything for you, dear. Let's hope this works. Oh my god, that's perfect. Kind of feel like I had to manipulate my own mother. Sigh. Hope she doesn't see it that way. Oh, she doesn't. Moms never see it that way. That's really funny, though, because you could have gone the entire game without ever using that call Mom button until now. Meatball's mom. Oh my. Also, I love the fact that I've got Reese's Pieces here, and every time I pour some Reese's Pieces in my hand, my small feline comes up thinking that they're treats for her. It's kind of adorable, but sad at the same time. Meatball's mom. Meatballs! Ah! Mother! How are you doing on this lovely day? You called him by his name. He's in trouble! Are you picking fights with other cats? Again? She's taller than he is. Ma, I would never. It's not... When will you ever grow up, Meatballs? I did not raise you to bring shame to your family. Also, I apologize for any weird sounds. My cat is headbutting my microphone stand. I'm just... You are coming with me right now. Ma, please. I did not want to upset you any further, but I am currently on the job. Working? This is your work? Here in this empty alley? And you're smoking cigars like always. Don't you know what those'll do to you? Oh yeah, he's in trouble. I'm working, Ma. I swear. You swear. Do you think I'm stupid? No, Ma. I would never imply such a thing. You are coming with me, mister, and enough with that accent. You were born here in Cat Town like the rest of us. But, Ma... What? But what? Don't you dare talk back to your mother! You come with me right now, or so help me! May I please call someone first? Okay, yes ma'am, I'm coming. That's what I thought. That was awesome. That was painful to watch. But now we've got one less bad cat to deal with. And if Meatballs was here, the others can't be far. I think we're ready to move, Spotty. Keep your eyes peeled. Trash can. No trash can searches anymore. I've exceeded my quota for the week. I'm just seeing if I can leave the scene and you can't. But yeah, this game is really good. This game is really, really good. This building looks abandoned. Why was Meatballs guarding it? Not sure just yet, but something is fishy here. The laser has to be here somewhere. And about the laser, we haven't had time to talk about it. I don't know what'll happen if it's activated, but if it is, just keep your eyes closed. Don't worry about me, just protect yourself. I don't want anything bad to happen to you, okay? Oh, Waffles! Of course, I'll follow your orders, Inspector. Good. Now we define that laser and pronto. Alright, so let's check the medicine cabinet. It's a regular medicine cabinet. Good shape overall. Used to be mounted to the wall, but now it's just lying on the ground. Door's locked, though. Screwdriver. That's not working. Body. Body, do you smell anything special? No, sorry. Magnet? Not working. Okay, what's in the janitor's closet? It's pitch black in here. Can't see two paws in front of me. The switch isn't working. There's some sparks coming off the thing. Fun, fun. You coming, Spotty? I would rather not. Oh, right. Forgot you and the dark don't get along. Oh, yeah, sorry. No worries, bud. Stay put and I'll be back soon. Alright, screwdriver? Not working. Okay. Magnet? Not working. Okay. Obscure miscellaneous junk. Lots of stuff toward the back of the room, but I can't make any of it out in the dark. Find a way to get the lights on before poking around in here. Which obviously doesn't work. Yeah, there's something back here. Alright, so let's go up and see if we can figure it out. Upstairs. And see, now I don't trust anything. Wait, hold on a second. What is it? I'm smelling something. No, someone. They're in the building somewhere upstairs. Oh, you're right. Now that I'm paying attention, I can hear someone talking loudly in the distance. Oh. Really? I can't hear a thing. Maybe your hearing is as bad as your sniffing is good. Fair. Anyways, let's keep quiet. Maybe I can hear what they're saying. Dun dun dun! Pepper! What are you saying? This is a joke, right? The luckiest dog in the known universe gets a flat tire? How is that possible? No, just stay where you are. You could be in danger if you get here when the laser is live. Of course it's dangerous. I mean, we're the bad guys after all. You might be lucky, but you ain't that bright, you know? Yeah, and Meatballs isn't answering his phone right now, either. I'm not sure, but something strange is going on. I need to get back to the boss. Later, Chance. And don't do anything stupid. Indeed. I think we're getting close now. We can't go up the stairs yet. Pretty sure that was Pepper's voice I was hearing. I have heard of him. He's one of the most wanted cats in Cat Town. Exactly. Him in trouble go paw in paw. Need to be silent and sneaky. I hesitate to suggest this, but you can get around through the window. Oh, I don't know if I should. Dogs aren't very agile, you know. And yes, you did catch a black bass, the most metal of all fish. Wait till you catch a sea bass. Yeah, I know. As much as I hate it, this is a job for a cat. Be careful, Inspector. Oh, this would make a fantastic cartoon series. Nice. Yeah, I love the pun with the bass, too. Oh, come on. What is that drink? Ugh. Oh, gross. Smells like milk and whiskey or something. Yeah, Meatballs was drinking milk punch. Bit too classy for him, but I digress. Interesting. This is milk punch, one of the strongest drinks you can find in Cat Town. Milk and rum. Oh my. Instant burning sensation. Even I can't stand it. I can't put an open glass in my pockets, and I'm not going to walk around holding it. Thought it'd be cool to look for a secret agent in Diplomat's Matter, but nah. Should just find something to pour the milk into. Well, I have something. It's called a flask. I can fill my flask with some of the milk punch. Oh, glug, and done. Inspector, are you going to drink that? Oh, goodness, no. But this stuff is probably 90% alcohol, so it should come in handy. Alright. If I smell anything special, what is that drink? Okay. Can we take the glass? No. Alright, well, we got the booze. Hate the C+. Well, there's actually a funny story behind why it's C+ and not C-. Because the original joke was it's a C-. And they decided not to go with that. Because they didn't want any negativity in the game, which is why they did C+ instead. Outside. Laser. Holy cow, that thing is way beefier than I expected. Yeah, look at it. I should move a little closer and switch on Pixel's gadget. Oh, wow. It's aimed at where the debate is taking place. Of course it is. I gotta hurry. All those lives are in danger. And they have no idea what's up here. Uh-oh, cutscene. No, Maple. That's a subject we strongly disagree on. You are clearly not very open-minded, Cookie. It would greatly reduce crime in the city. We cannot sterilize cats. Whoa! We as a society are better than that. Almost 83% of citizens want lower crime rates in Cat Town. You've done nothing at all about it. Should we discuss the heist that occurred just yesterday? Every single police officer was stationed at a single location in another part of the city. The criminals stole a big ruby with zero police intervention. Who exactly does this city belong to? I want to use the remainder of my time in respect to Fluffy's memory, who recently suffered a tragic death. That event saddens me greatly, and I know it does the citizens of Cat Town as well. I vow to find a way to avoid a shortage of boxes. Every cat in this town deserves a good cardboard box at home. Well, true. That is true, Sky. In truth, though, I don't think that was aimed at kids, because there aren't a lot of kids playing Animal Crossing. It's mostly adults. Anyway, time to focus on how to use Pixel's device on this Mondo laser. Yeah. Key. A key is just in here. But I can't grab it. The gap in the window is too small. No way I can remove the planks or glass without alerting Pepper. And yes, done indeed. Alright, so this is where our magnet comes in. I can try using the magnet to get the key since it still has a remaining charge. Ooh, the key is slowly moving, wiggling ever closer. Sweet. Got it. Good work, Tiny Magnet. Your job here is done. You're a good friend to me on this adventure. Alright, well, let's go open the medicine cabinet. Totally sidetracking, even though there's a deadly laser. Cabinet key. Key and the cabinet lock seem to be a match. Will it open? And so it does! Lots of goodies in here. What do we got? Medicine? Just some meds to help deal with stress and anxiety. This must have been an office building in the past, so I guess I should have expected much less. That's funny. And yes, the laser can wait. We do have important things to do. Syringe. Syringe. Kinda gross, but otherwise intact. I'll take it because it could come in handy. I kinda want to give the meds to Spotty. No way it's gonna let me do that. But let's see, is the syringe metal? No, but I have another idea. Oh my lord. Well, that actually was what we're supposed to do. Ooh, if I suck up the milk punch from the flask into the syringe, I could use it to do a precise spray from a distance. This could actually prove useful. Yeah, unfortunately the game will not let me medicate the dog. It was worth a shot, though. But it will not let me take the medicine to medicate the dog. Alright, but let's go to outside, because I don't see anything else I can do here. I want to know what's in that, Pigeons! I said before how much I hate pigeons. I really hate pigeons. When I'm trying to take a nap at the office, they're always coming up to the window, cooing and flapping, waking me up. Pigeons are the worst. Alright, so now... jamming device, laser. Now to switch on the jammer, fingers crossed. It's turning on. Lots of techie text. Blah blah, mumbo jumbo. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, the screen is red. That typically means something is bad. Stack buffer overflow. That seems worse. And this little button is doing nothing. Great. Perfect. All this work and the jammer is busted. Now what? I gotta figure out another way to stop the laser. Plan B. I'll open this hatch and destroy everything in it. It's just specific enough to work. How about we just hit the laser with a screwdriver? Pixel's gizmo is completely useless now, so I guess I can try pulling some spare parts from it. If I use a screwdriver, I can unscrew some stuff. No idea what that is. Oof. Broke the screen. I think I've seen that doohickey inside a toaster once. No, wait, maybe not. Well, except the cables, everything else is a mangled mess. Oh well. Cables, huh? Yeah, the pigeon does like the laser, doesn't it? But hey, look, we've got wires. Let's see what we can do in here. Buddy, you'll need to come here. I've got the cables you requested. Think you can fix the lights with these? Yes, but you're gonna stay close by, right? I'll be right here, buddy. I'll keep you safe. Aw, okay, thanks. I'm coming in. Good boy, Spotty. You are best boy. All fixed. The cables weren't in good shape, but it should work for now. I'm colorblind, though, so we'll see soon if I got any wires crossed up. Oh, good either way. Thanks, Spotty. Alright. Spotty did a great job of getting the lights back on. Quickly, I regret how much I understand and value him when we start on this case. Paint tools. Industrial paint supplies. No need for that stuff. Toolbox. No need to open this toolbox. I've already got a screwdriver. Come on. Cleaning products? Well, anyway... boxes. A couple boxes from box furniture. Heh. Kind of ironic. Maybe we're finally coming full circle. Alright, what is in the barrel, though? It looks like industrial waste. Broken broom could be handy later. Barrel. Barrel is rusty and dangerous. Not gonna risk cutting myself trying to pry it open. Driver? Barrel. Not working. Bull ball card! How can I get my paws on it? Broom! Ah, donk. Still can't reach the carve. It's too high up. A little further. Screwdriver. Pull. Find the screwdriver and the broken broom is a stroke of genius, but I need something to hold them together. Heck! Did I smell anything special? No, sorry. Heck! Oh, I can't get the wool ball cards. I've got nothing to tie the screwdriver to the broken broom with. Heck. Come on, let me search the trash can. Fine game. Stick with the condensed milk. I don't know if that's gonna work. Yeah, I can't use the milk on Spotty either. Heck. Well, I probably missed some string, and you know what? I bet you need the stuff from that hypnotized dog. Yeah, there's definitely stuff I'm missing in this that we'll have to get on another playthrough. Because I feel like I missed items that I needed before. Okay. Closer to... so no, we can't proceed right now. We need to find something. We need to find something to tie the laser, not laser, to tie the screwdriver to the pole. So there's got to be a string or something down here that we can use. Maintenance room. Is there anything? Heck. There's got to be a string or something. There's got to be a string or something that I can steal from somewhere. There's got to be. It's trash can. Maybe we should call Mom again. Yeah, the game is stringing me along. I mean, there's got to be some way. I'm just missing something. Well, let's see if Mom is helpful, because I'm not above getting hints. Blah, 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 blah. Alright, here's the question. Can you help me on my case? I'm looking for a way to unscrew the laser's latch, but I need something to make a longer screwdriver. I bet the medicine cabinet contains something that'll attach your screwdriver to the broken broom. Alright, well, okay. So I figured out 90% of that, but... Oh, I just didn't click on them, because I clicked on this, not that. Oh, point-and-click games. Let's try this again. Boop, boop. And a boopy boop. The screwdriver with a super long handle, perfect for that hard-to-reach screw. More robust than I thought. I'm most proud of myself. Alright, so let's go get that wool ball card, because that's, of course, more important than disabling the laser. We, of course, have to get that wool ball card. Super long screwdriver broom monstrosity should be good enough to snag the card. Gonna push a little on the left, a little on the right. Come on, come on. Finally, another rare card for the collection. Achievement unlocked. Too bad I'm not a giraffe. Alright, so let's find out who this new wool ball card is. Thank you, Yuki, for walking across the table. Oh, it's Scotty Kitten. The new card is Scotty Kitten. So we missed 3 cards. We know where at least one of them is. Alright, outside. Let's unscrew the laser. Laser hatch. Okay, let's see if my mega screwdriver can do the job. The broom and screwdriver aren't attached to each other very well, so if the hatch is sealed too tightly, I'm screwed. Pun! Ugh. Enough of the jokes. I'm gonna turn into Patches or Morty if I keep it up. Back to the hatch. He made a pun. Easy. Easy. Slowly. Almost. There. Phew! Finally, the hatch is open. I was worried my creation wouldn't hold. Now, a way to stop this machine. Huh, that's easy. Booze! I'll try using the syringe to aim the milk punch into the laser. The punch is so strong, maybe it'll bork up the electrical stuff inside, right? I'm glad I'm not the only person who says bork. Guess I don't have any better options at the moment. Alright, here we go. Ooh, down the hatch it goes. Not too bad. We got sparks flying now. Good. Bork is a fantastic word. Inspector, you need to get down here right now. Just a minute, Spotty. You really need to get back right now. Okay, I'm coming. Can't leave him alone for more than 5 minutes and he starts whimpering. Not easy taking care of a dog sometimes. No, he's probably in trouble. He's probably in trouble. Yep. Pepper! Surprised to see me so soon, Inspector. Last time was the catnip steal, I guess. If you hadn't caught the mad catter, I would have paid him back personally. On to business, though. No sudden movements or I'll shoot. Come with me. Someone needs to talk to you. Who are you talking about? Oh, little cat, you're expected. But first, I need to know something. What were you doing outside? Trying to get on the roof? Don't mess with the laser. Tell me the truth. Or did you mess with the laser? Tell me the truth. No laser. I promise. So what were you doing then? I had to go out there and grab the key for the medicine cabinet. You can have it back if you want. Why would you have done that? I, thought maybe there might be something in there I could use to make you sick. Make me sick with headache medicine? What a moron. One of Cat Town's finest. Good cover, Waffles. Come along. Don't try anything stupid, mind you. And the police dog is invited too. Buddy, remember what I said about closing your eyes, okay? Shut your mouth, Waffles. Move it. And yeah, I use Bork all the time. Oh, look! It's Snowball. Ah, now everyone is here. Hello, Waffles. Very good to see you again. Snowball, you're involved in this? And nice to meet you as well, Spotty. How are you here? I saw you in prison. Notice, no scars. You already know that wasn't me, Inspector. Don't play the fool. One thing I know not to do is underestimate you, and I'm confident you now understand the events of the last few days. I need to know what you're doing with this laser. Are you going to destroy the entire city? Goodness no. What kind of mad cat do you think I am? Destroying the city? To what end? There's no point in doing that. I want power. And inciting a little chaos is the quickest way to get it. Cat Town will be under my paw soon enough. These are delusions of grandeur, Snowball. Perhaps for small-minded cats such as yourself, but for me, this is ambition. No need for pedantry, though. I'm sure you're more interested in discussing some of the more confusing events from these past few days. That's true. You know me well. I'm grateful for you, you know. I've had so much fun with you lately. You deserve a pat on the back. The laser is ready, and now I'm just waiting for Patches to bring everyone out of the building. We have a couple minutes to spare. Please don't monologue. Wait, what did you say? You're not using the laser during the debate? Ah ha ha ha. You see, friend, I'm always one step ahead. Alright, well, I can't talk to Spotty. I can't use the flask of milk. So I guess we're just going to talk to Pepper. I know Pepper's pointing a gun at my back. Better keep a low profile for now. Alright, guess we'll talk to Snowball. To start, we'll go back to the beginning, to the formation of my greatest desire, control every soul in Cat Town. Some years ago, I created a corporation of thieves. We secured a large number of assets and became rich, and the police couldn't catch us. Yet I remained unsatisfied. Unlike Robin Wolf, we were not respected. We only inspired fear amongst the populace, and they saw us as a threat. Well, you didn't share money with the poor. Not completely true, dear cat. I paid people to do various jobs for me, some of whom were in need of cash. Unfortunately, they weren't as trustworthy as my original crew. I had an epiphany. I'll never be able to control Cat Town until I literally controlled their minds. No more ulterior motives, no undue fear, no doubting my ability. Uh-oh. You're mad. Oh, I know, but it's a creative madness, and I'm proud of that. I had this wild idea about hypnotizing our fellow citizens. We started simple. Reverse psychology, plastic conditioning, basic things, but we needed subjects to experiment on. First guinea pig. Oh, I like this. Snowball, real evil genius. Okay, so you did psychological training on guinea pigs. Not guinea pigs, cats and dogs, of course. It took some time, but our first test was quite interesting. We tried, and I believe succeeded, in making the subject believe he was someone else. You hypnotized your own brother, didn't you? How good was he, Waffles? You've met him. Do you know who I'm referring to? Mallow. Oh, your brother Mallow. He's the one in prison. He believes he's you. Correct. He really looks just like me, don't you think? He's your brother, Snowball. How can you let him rot in prison? And I scratched his face for nothing. Yes, that is a shame. Collateral damage, as they say. In my defense, Mallow approached me in desperation many years ago. And yes, twins, Basil, twins. Twins, Basil, twins. He was broke. His shop was going under, and he asked me for money. I seized the opportunity, and now he is my very own stunt double. Perfect timing there, all day, Oozy King. It became very practical setup. He'd be eating at a restaurant, every police dog and cat in town watching him. And on the other end of the city, I would be robbing a shop. That's why you always had an alibi. Now you're catching on. It was one of my best ideas. Not even mentioning the other advantages it presented me. Mallow's old shop. So you said Mallow's lobotomization had other advantages? Lobotomization. We're not such base animals, Waffles. He is my brother. Even if he wasn't the brightest kitten of our litter, I would never put him under the knife like that. You know your history. But since he was on the team, I made use of him. We made him disappear to another city, and I was able to procure his old shop. And this cotton candy shop, let me guess. You used it as a safe house while Mallow was in prison. You'd hide there while preparing whatever plans you had in mind. Maybe you're a little quicker than I expected. And as you sat quietly in the shop, your brother pushed pancakes off a rooftop. I must tell you the truth. We conditioned Mallow to be like me. Before this incident, I told him to hurt Inspector Waffles. He surprised even myself. He understood that killing your partner would hurt you more than just a physical wound. You're much too compassionate, Waffles. It's your weakness, a target on your back. Do not poke the Waffles. Nothing to say, friend? You are the most cowardly and pathetic cat I know. The sentiment is appreciated. Now, back to my story. Mallow wasn't the only subject in the first batch of experiments. Man's weakness. You had a batch of test subjects. Oh yes, we hypnotized a number of cats and dogs, mostly those who nobody would look for or notice behaving differently. Each of them possessed something we felt we could use to our advantage, a trait or an object. The Maple Market cashier, for example, we knew the shop was located over a sewer access, and so we used it as our first safe house. We held our fate cult meetings too, but you already know about that. Sometimes, though, the subjects had flaws. I spent many nights with Mallow trying to share all of my memories, but he would just forget the most important one of all. Did you notice it? Yeah. I guess you remember what you said when Pancakes interrogated you, after catching you on the streets by sheer luck? Nothing is luck with me, Inspector, and yes, of course I remember. There is more than one way to skin a cat. Yep, Mallow didn't know. That's how I knew something was off about him. You never forget that moment. Ah, I knew it would happen someday. Inevitable, really. We had many failures. There was a dog that wasn't receptive to the experiments at all. We never determined why, but sometimes he would just black out. No bother, he was useless anyways. An antiques collector or something, if I remember well. That's Lucius. I've met him. He was hypnotized by a fishing rod. Yes, that's him. Not my best creation, but I improved quite a bit from there. But how is all this related to Fluffy's death? Patience, Inspector. As I was telling you, I had some inopportune results with hypnosis. It took too much time for how low our success rate was. I was close to ceasing everything, that is until somebody gave me a peek at what was happening at Box Furniture. Huh, so you went to Fluffy's house, but not alone, with a powerful ally. Pavlov. You needed someone strong as Pavlov, but... why? Yes, Pavlov was with me, but you know nothing of Fluffy's true identity. Without Pavlov, there was no way I could ever hope to defeat him. Really? Pepper mentioned Pavlov to me some time ago, and when I met him, Pavlov's potential was immediately visible. Clearly an asset we wanted on the team. I knew we would need to do a thorough job with him, so we used a special method just for him. Classic conditioning, and using a bell to boot. Precisely. It took far longer than we imagined, but the retraining was so impactful it didn't matter. He was ready to go by the time the Box Furniture intel arrived. I'm thinking Fluffy is the Snow Tiger. I'm betting Fluffy is the Snow Tiger. What intel? It's quite interesting. Did you know that Box Furniture has an R&D department with an enormous budget? Very high-tech stuff they produce. Odd for a cardboard company, no? They were experimenting on a new technology for collecting info on their different boxes. They called it barcodes. Use some kind of laser on it and you can edit them on a computer. I can't be bothered with the details, so who cares? What? In the initial tests, the laser made a red dot on the wall. All scientists in the room went crazy. They were jumping all around, fighting like primitive animals, and it was even more effective on dogs. It triggered their desire to hunt prey. Oh. And they were barcodes. Oh my god, they were barcodes. Yep. Of course. That sounds terrible. I would never want to be like that. Oh dear police dog, don't you worry. You might enjoy being a bit more feral. So just to be clear, you went to Fluffy's house with Pavlov, and under your orders, he threw Fluffy through the window? Yes, and I found some interesting information on his computer, which led me to... You who had possession of the laser's blueprint, you stole it and murdered that cat in the street. Ooh, you're finishing my sentences. We must be made for each other. Double dun-dun. Oh, that was good. That was good. False leads. Okay, I get that you're behind these two murders. You're wondering about the fake leads, yes? Yep. Sure. I'm quite proud of those, you know. What would you like to know? My god, you are totally monologuing. And yeah, that was perfectly timed. That was absolutely perfectly timed. I would like to know what the Dictator Pig book is. Dang. There we go. Take Polaroids of both victims. Of course. Those were for Patches. I planned on you being out of the picture by the time he found the second one, and without you or pancakes. Well, none of us were surprised by how poorly he handled the case from there. All of which was the second part of my plan. Patches would believe that Maple was the next target. Didn't stop to think twice before heading to Maple's office. And so, off we went to quietly pocket the ruby we needed without any police interference. They were all looking for a threat that didn't exist. Mwah! Meow! I know, I'm quite the genius. Any other false leads you'd like to discuss? Okay. I get that you're behind these 2 murders, but you're wondering about the fake leads, yes? Yep. Sure. I'm quite proud of those, you know. What would you like to know? Fuller was a fake. We've already discussed this clue. Bum. Mentioning that. Pavlov stopped. Pavlov is strong. Mallow. Yeah, this is how you deal with a villain. You filibuster him. Here we go. The secret underground cult. That was specifically made just for you, Inspector. I needed to make sure I wouldn't be disturbed while stealing the ruby for the laser. It was the best way to keep you out of my fur. You're too much of a threat to my plans, and the only one who could challenge me intellectually, well, besides pancakes, of course, but I don't need to paint you a picture, now do I? Why not just kill me, though? For the fun of it, Waffles. It was far more enjoyable to watch you stumble and falter and lose the respect of your team. I am not a psychopath, after all. Debatable, but please go on. I know you leave no stone unturned. Your personal life may be a mess, but you're a perfectionist when it comes to detective work, even if you do have a minimal respect for procedure. So why not simply plant a few fake clues on your case? Sure, it needed extra time and planning. Getting into Irwin's house or finding 30 cats for a cult? A lot of preparation was needed. But I knew the payoff would be worth it. We must enjoy the little things, you know. Wow, Snowball, you are evil. It really was a treat to watch unfold. I almost owe you thanks. I should have known better. I should have seen through those clues. Oh, don't blame yourself. I did incredible work orchestrating all that, and you really couldn't have been expecting to know any better. The plan worked to perfection. We had the ruby, the cannon was ready and secure. Everything was going smoothly. We decided to lay low for a bit and headed to the nearest safe house. But when we arrived, we saw both of you there, with Pavlov leaving the candy shop. So I did something I detest. I changed my plan. I'd uncovered too much of it, so I decided to deploy the laser as soon as possible. And I suppose you thought the same, so here you are, trying in vain to stop me. You got that right. Too late now, my friend. We're only waiting on Patches to let everyone out because of the pending threat. And then, showtime! We initiate the laser and create what I love most in this world, chaos. And yeah, Snowball is definitely an evil cat. And you know what's funny, too? I think Snowball's actually a reference, because I believe the name of the cat in... I believe Snowball is the name of the cat and You Only Die Twice? It's either Only Die Twice or Only Live Twice. And yeah, it is the name of Cat and Dogs, too. But I'm pretty sure that Snowball goes back to a Bond villain. You Only Live Twice. Okay. And actually, now I'm curious. Snowball... Bond cat. I bet you that's the name of the cat in that one. Snowball the cat. Maybe not. Maybe not. Yep, Balefield's cat. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that that's the name of the cat in Bond. I'm pretty sure. Tinkles? Oh my god, that's a terrible name for a cat. I can hardly wait. It's such a powerful feeling, one that I deserve for all of my hard work. But Patches is being a bit slow, as you could expect. While we're waiting, I guess this means it's my turn to ask questions. I hope you'll be as respectful as I was and answer with complete honesty. Meeting Snowball in prison. My first question is a simple one. Why did you go to see Mallow in prison? Why did you want to interrogate him? To what end? I wasn't linked to Fluffy's death after all. Boom. Actually, I found hair in Fluffy's office. It belongs to you, DNA match and all. Ah, I see. In spite of perfectly executing every step of the way, the only betrayal was by my own fur. One of my crews secured a key pass that would have allowed me through Fluffy's bathroom to the top floor. Pavlov couldn't have done the job on his own, so I had to be there. Oh well, it doesn't matter anyhow. The only difference is that you had a small preview of my return to the spotlight. Ha! Finding the safe house. You knew I was involved in one way or another, but how did you find the safe house? How did you make the connection to the shop? I cannot figure it out. There you go. Spotty picked up a sugary trail back at the station, and we followed it without any idea what we'd be finding along the way. It's your little friend. Like I said, I needed hydration. It's your little friend here who did all the work? I wasn't expecting that at all. And why would that be? Spotty is a talented sniffer dog. No, not that. You have never been that type to ask another police cat or dog for help on a case. But you're not ashamed to call your little mommy, are you? Do you know how many times you called her during your Oh no. I was shouting "We Are the Lions" last time. And that totally blew my voice out. This one I'm just talking a lot, and I wasn't prepared for that. But hey, it's a point-and-click game. I should have expected that. Also, this is the game calling on me how many times I used the hint line. But why? That's part of the secret cult, Sky. The secret cult it was a whole bunch of cats dressed up as lions. And their thing was yelling, "We are the lions." Oh, I love it. So the game's calling me on the fact that I called Mom 7 times. That's funny. So I wonder what happens if you play the game without calling Mom. We'll have to try that at some point. 7. Quite a few times indeed. Do you plan on cutting the apron strings at some point, Inspector? You're probably only supposed to call her once. Anyways, ever since pancakes fell from the roof, you devolved into a loner and a milkaholic. But good for you, Waffles. Happy to see you back on your paws. Such a shame you've got other issues to deal with now, though, yes? Wait. Did you hear that sound? That's the sweet music of a crowd in motion. It's time to start our little machine. Pepper, are you ready? Don't forget to shield your eyes from the outside. Spotty, you know what to do, remember? This is going to end poorly. Oh, look at him. Click. Boom. Nice. Oh, so cool. So cool. And they got zapped. Couple of weeks later. Patches, why are you... Oh. Hey, hi, can I get everyone's attention? As some of you know, I've decided to leave the department. I've been on the force for more than 10 years and now feels like the right time to do something different. While investigating Fluffy's case, I made a lot of mistakes. Like, a lot. And I know everyone goofs at some point, but I want to be honest about my abilities with myself and all of you. To be frank, the situation could have been a lot worse with a lot worse without the dedication we saw from Spotty and Waffles. If not for them, I could have made an even bigger mess. I owe them both a debt of gratitude, and I was worried they'd get along like cats and dogs, but I'm very happy to see I was wrong. Oh, sure. You're welcome, Chief. Pixel, you too. Everyone who works here, really. I'll miss each of you. We'll miss you too, Chief. Do you know what you're going to do? I think so. I've always say to everyone I met that I'm a gourmand, and it's time to put my food where my mouth is. You'll all see soon enough. You aren't gonna say. I'm curious. No, it's a surprise. But you're all on the invite list. He's gonna open a donut shop. Croissant for Peanut, cinnamon coffee for Mocha, hot dog for Spotty. It'll be my treat. Speaking of, has anyone seen Spotty? I'm not sure. Let's find him before celebrating. A good idea, Chief. Now we're cooking with gas. Ugh. One last pun for the road, huh? Forever and always. Oh, Morty. Oh, he does kind of look like Guy Fieri, doesn't he? Well, Guy Fieri. He kind of does. Also, there's a new coffee machine. You'll be missed, Patches. By everyone here. No need to be sentimental, Waffles. It's time for me to head out. But before that, let me introduce your new chief. Pancakes! Everyone, please give a warm welcome back to Pancakes. Oh, Pancakes is the new chief! Hey, everybody. I'm not good at making speeches, but here we are, so I've got to do it. Mayor Cookie is going to join us later, so one long and tedious speech will be more than enough for all of us. Friends, you cannot imagine how happy I am to be back here with each of you. Just being able to work again is a treat. Spotty is not in this scene right now. We have to go find him. Time to go to Flavortown. I think he is going to Flavortown. But yeah, we'll find... God, he does look like Guy Fieri with that gray hair too. Or gray ears, rather. No, we're supposed to go find Spotty. So we have to get through this dialogue and then we'll find him. Many times, I thought it would be impossible for me both physically and emotionally. But you were all so kind and gracious to me while in recovery. I will never forget what you all have done for me. I feel better than I have in a long time, and I can't wait to work alongside the team again. We're going to do some amazing work for our city. And that's all from me for now. It's time to enjoy our party. I'd like to propose a toast. Wait. Waffles, could you find Spotty for us? I don't want to make a toast without our favorite sniffer dog. Oh, yeah. Back in a minute. Colleagues. I want to have a good time here with my colleagues, but first I need to find Spotty. Okay. But yeah, let's go find Spotty. Cha! Hey, Waffles, how have you been? I haven't seen you at the Metal Heart lately. Hi, Cha. Yeah, I've been doing some DIY work at my apartment. I think I'm going to take better care of it than I did before, but I'll be back to Metal Heart soon. It'll be good to hang out if you're going to be there, but what are you doing here at the party? Oh, I just wanted to say goodbye to Patches. I came to pick you up from the bar so many times. I feel like I know him almost as well as I know you. Oh, cool. Cool. Very cool. Uh-oh. Do it. Do it, Waffles. Do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it. Ask her out. Inspector, ask her out. Everyone is waiting. Yes, indeed we are, Peanut. What? You may be the best inspector in town, but you have zero clue when a girl likes you. Aren't you supposed to be at the buffet with everyone else? No. Mocha says I'm not allowed near the buffet until everyone has had at least one plate. Last time I got there first and ate pretty much everything. People were upset. And yeah, Sky, that is the love interest. But that's not important now. You're talking with your friend. I'm not going to interrupt anymore. I've said what I needed to say. I can hear you two whispering. He's not wrong though, Waffles. When are you going to ask me out? Oh, I love it. Yes? Do you want to get a drink sometime? Waffles, I own a bar. That's the last thing I want to do in my spare time. Oh my god. True. Well, you'll figure it out. I'm gonna chat with Patches. See you soon. That was awkward and adorable. You mind if I ask you something? Sure, Peanut. Is she gonna be your girlfriend? I like her. I'm gonna go look for Spotty and pretend I never heard your question. Aww. Hey, buddy. What are you doing out here? We're all waiting for you. Oh, I'm coming. Just give me a minute. What's going on, Spotty? I already told you. It's just sometimes I prefer to be alone. Aww. Ah, hey, listen. You and I are alike, you know? When I asked you for help with Fluffy's case, I didn't really want you around. Well, not for too long, at least. I didn't think anyone could prove helpful, and I was afraid of getting close to anyone else. Oh, this is heartwarming. But you stuck around, and you were a wonderful friend to have around. You're the best partner I could have asked for. Just don't tell that to Pancakes. Inspector. I really don't know what to say. Well, inside the station, there are a bunch of friends at the party waiting to see you. Take your time if you need to be alone for a bit, but enjoy the good moments when you can. Don't let them pass by. And right now is one of those moments. Oh. Body? Earlier, Inspector, did you say we're friends? Yes, friends. And please, just call me Waffles. Yeah? Oh, this is so precious. Oh, look at them! Look at his tail! Oh. Waggy, 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 wag, wag. Oh, that is so cute. Achievement unlocked, like cats and dogs. Oh, that's it! Oh, no, that's it! We're done! We have beaten Inspector Waffles! Oh my god, this was so good! So, what does chat think? For those who were here for both, and for those who were here for just this one, what do we think? Like, well, I can't do it right now. If someone wants to hit exclamation point ad for me, because if I click off the screen, it will... Look at him, his little waggy tail. Wait. Bull card artist. Thank you. Yeah, this... Full disclosure, I did get this game for free. I was contacted by the dev to do a review of this game. And I am going to be giving them a very, very, very thorough review on Steam. Because this was really good. This was really, really, really good. I knew it! Ah, Inspector, how are you today? I knew there was a post-credits scene. Hello, Erwin. I got some good news to share. Presenting... your Wool Ball collectible card album! I didn't get all the cards, though. We'll have to do that again. Oh, what a relief! Thank you so much. It's all yours now. Have a good day. Wait, let me check the cards inside. I didn't get them all. I'm sorry. Oh, darn. Some rare cards are still missing. Yeah, sorry. I wasn't able to find all of them. Oh well, it's still better than nothing. Thanks for your dedication, Inspector. It would have been interesting to see what happened if I'd found all the cards. Cute. Well, too late now. I can't redo the adventure. Or can I? I had a feeling there'd be a post-credit scene. The end. Thanks for playing. Yeah, of course there's a fourth wall break. There's been a couple of those. But yeah, I'm curious if there is a new game plus. At the very least, I'll be playing this one again. Because there's a bunch of stuff we didn't find. There's a bunch of stuff we didn't find.